All right, Shalom. I want to start by saying, HALAL, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Rakakadash. Double honors to the Apostle of Israel, aka the Apostle of Great Millstone. And peace and love to always to all the Akim. Continue to preach the truth and all truth and sincerity. All right, came across this article, and as the title reads, it says, pilot program begins of Rfid sea-hip and stray dogs in India. Now, what's going on right now is like you have a lot of things going on with the financial system because, as prophecy goes, the financial system is basically the beast system because Esau's God is his money and his system. So he's about to change it. He's about to get rid of cash, coins, and all. He's going to make everything way more digital. Everything is way more digital now, but it's going to get more and more digital. And in certain things, as life as we know it now is going to change immensely. Now, you have the whole thing with the universal basic income that they're doing a lot of pilot programs for, but, they were talking about, because the whole thing also with the AI takeover, it basically getting rid of a lot of jobs, causing a lot of layoffs. But all in all, because they say, oh, well, if you have a job like a plumber or electrician or construction, anything that's kind of like manual labor, your job will be good. But what people don't think about is, all right, but how are you still going to get paid though? All right, because they're going to have a universal basic income because most people, have certain jobs that the robots and the AI is going to take over. But the ones that the jobs that they don't take over, you still have to get paid in some sort. And what is that going to be? It's still going to be through a digital system, and ultimately it's going to be through the micro sea-hip. Now, in America and I guess the countries abroad, you have animals that get sea-hip, but they usually be animals that belong to people. So if the dog gets lost and the animal has a sea-hip, they could locate its owner and they can find out who the dog belongs to. But these dogs they're talking about, they're going to do it with stray dogs, so they don't have no owners. Now, this is from the Bridge Chronicle, and this is from Pune, which is in India somewhere. And it says, Pune Municipal, if I'm pronouncing it right, Pune Municipal Corporation begins pilot of implant RFID sea-hips and stray dogs. It's a digital database to help track vaccinations, sterilization, and movement of nearly 2.25 lakh stray dogs. I don't know what the fuck lakh is, whatever. So, this is from November 26, 2025, so this is from a couple weeks ago. And it says, the Pune Municipal Corporation's Veterinary Department has launched a pilot project to implant smart RFID micro sea-hips and stray dogs, aiming to create a digital one-click database of each animal. The system is designed to store details such as the dog's color, age, gender, movement, V records, and sterilization status. Now, hold up. What do you need? Movement, so you just like tracking it. So like basically, what are they doing? They're using these dogs to experiment the micro sea-hip because eventually, what is the plan? To all cause of all. In India, Elam, they all under Esau's teeth. Whether it be America, whether it be Russia, so on and so forth. All right? They down to go wherever the money is and however the money goes. It said the city has an estimated stray dog population of around 2.25 lakh. I guess that's the way they count in India. It says making tracking and maintaining health records difficult for the corporation. It says earlier, the civic body explored using collar belts with embedded chips, but stray dogs frequently tore them off, forcing officials to abandon that plan. So what? Now they got to get it implanted in their body. And that's ultimately going to have with the humans. You can't, you can't rip it off if it's in your body. That's why the devil said what? Now the human body is made hackable. It says, under the new method, a rice grain size RFID micro sea-hip is injected beneath the skin on the upper part of the dog's neck. Each sea-hip carries a unique 15-digit ID number that can be scanned and updated through a mobile application. a private company is carrying out the implant procedure on a trial basis. See, private companies. Now, I'm pretty sure this private company, whatever it is, I'm pretty sure it's Esau, Amalek behind it. Because Amalek is, he calls them all. So all the nations are going to be under this system. But this is Esau's kingdom. It says, so far, 15 dogs have been micro-CHIPed out of the targeted 600 selected for the trial phase. After 1.5 months, the civic team will conduct a follow-up survey to check whether the dogs experience any complications and to verify if the micro-CHIPs continue to function as expected. Dr. Sarika Funde, head of PMC's veterinary department, said the project will only be expanded if the initial results are positive. She added that the micro-CHIPs allow officials to record complete information about each stray and track their movements when required. See, there's an experiment. They experiment on animals. It says, if successful, the initiative will help Hume maintain an accurate digital registry of stray dogs, streamline vaccination and sterilization records, and improve overall monitoring across the city. And that's the article. But hold it, check this out. That's it. Now, yeah, these are dogs. They don't really matter except, but they can't make it into the kingdom, so these dogs will be destroyed or whatever. But they go to show that why are they testing it? They're not testing it just for stray dogs. Eventually, they want to use it to where it's going to be implanted in humans, because you already understand some humans already have the micro-CHIP as well. So it's not like they're just starting the humans. Like, you have humans that had the micro-CHIP for over 10 years now. You had the first guy get the micro-CHIP implant in like 1998 or 1999. You had people getting a micro-CHIP implanted in 2015. You had a whole bunch of people in Sweden that got the micro-CHIP. And they're using it to what? Buy and sell. Just like the prophecy said. And that's what people understand. This is all prophecy. And no other religion nor the doctrine, whether it's Israelite or not, the not preaching the MOTB is the micro-CHIP, then no other explanation except for in the Bible. Now, speaking of the Bible, now, hold on 1 second. Now, that article was like 2 weeks ago, right? I'm going to say micro-CHIP implants in humans. See what pops up. So the most recent micro-CHIP article that have popped up so far is from September 2nd, 2025, which is basically like 2 or 3 months ago. Then you have the one, I did a video on this one. It says thousands of Swedes are inserting micro-CHIPs under their skin. Then you have one from September 9/11, 2015. You have someone that got a CHIP. So this is not nothing new. And so they have 10 years of groundwork. No, actually more. Excuse me. Actually almost 30, because if the first person got it in 1998, 1999, we about to be in a couple years, it'll be 2028, 2029. So let me go into the September 2nd one. It says micro-CHIP implants, a new frontier in human enhancement. Fuck. Oh, okay. The fuck, man. Oh my gosh. Okay. So yeah, so it's from September 2nd, 2015. No, excuse me, 2025, sorry. So, it says, a new frontier in human enhancement. So it says, in the 21st century, The concept of human enhancement has garnered significant attention, driving the integration of diverse scientific disciplines and propelling implantable devices to the forefront of innovation. These technologies act as a bridge between human biological systems and digital platforms. Digital platform, because what? They're about to have a digital currency. It says these technologies act as a bridge between human biological systems and digital platforms, representing a major global shift with profound implications. One of the most prominent examples of this trend is subdermal microchip implantation, which aims to expand human capabilities both physically and informationally. Although microchip implantation is not a novel technology, it has long been utilized in various domains such as animal tracking, which what those Indians are doing, medical data storage, and military applications. Today, however, it is increasingly entering the realm of everyday life, which means what? He calls it all. It says particularly in Western society, what Esau, it says individuals are opting to implant microchips for a range of purposes, including identity verification, contactless payment, and emergency access to health information. Same thing brother's been talking about for years now. What are they going to use the CIP for? Medical records, you know, things like what it said, identity verification, and what most importantly, contactless payments and emergency access to health information. It says, despite its growing adoption, this technology faces several ethical and societal changes. Concerns include privacy risks, which these devils don't care about your privacy, unauthorized surveillance, which these devils don't give a fuck about, safety and health implications, which they don't care about, and the inadequacy of existing legal frameworks to keep pace with rapid technological advancement. This is from September 2nd, 2025, a couple months ago. It says biohacking refers to a structured process in which individuals experiment with modifying their bodies and behaviors using knowledge, inventions, or technologies from various scientific disciplines, with the aim of enhancing physical and mental performance, improving health, and unlocking greater human potential. This practice can be broadly categorized into two approaches: invasive physical interventions and non-invasive physical interventions, which involve penetrating the body through methods such as injections, implants, surgeries, or genetic modifications, and non-invasive physical interventions, which enhance human capabilities without physical intrusion, including the use of wearable technologies, dietary control, and mental training. Now they have that with the Apple Watch, our cell phones, our debit cards. Our debit cards, our cell phones, they got CIP technology in it. Hold up, so it's a long article, so I'm gonna get the good stuff. It says subdermal microchip implantation from past to present. It says a microchip implant is a miniature electronic device designed to be embedded into the body of living organisms, including both humans and animals. These devices are extremely small. Those commonly seen for human subdermal implant. See, here it is. This it says it's like a grain of rice. But when you really think about it, this is the very same thing that could cause you to receive damnation. Now, if you're an Israelite, this specifically for Israelites, the descendants of Jacob. You know, and brothers been talking about this for over 20, 30 years. Starting with the apostles of GMS on down. Starting with Apostle Tahar from on down, because that's who I heard it from. Talk about the MOTB years ago, over 10 years ago. And now look where we at now. They're actually implementing it more and more. Instead, it's coming more into everyday life. And like I said, this article is from September 2nd. So here it goes. It says most implanted CHIPs operate using RFID, which is radio frequency identification, or NFC, near field communication technology. These are short-range wireless communication systems that do not require an internal battery. Instead, they receive power from an external reader via electromagnetic waves when brought within a specific proximity. which also is in your body. This enables the chip to function without an internal power source, which is a significant advantage for devices intended to remain inside the body for extended periods. But how much longer? This system is not going to be around much longer after he implements it and calls it all. The Lord is not going to allow Esau to have this C-hip and him be implanting people with the C-hip for many generations to come. Now we're at the end. So when he implements it and he calls it all, that's when the real countdown starts to the actual end. Because we're at the end now, but it's going to come to the actual end. Now let me get that scripture now. Now this is the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 16, and it reads, "And he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead." So you think about it, when they talk about this universal basic income, yeah, they said, oh yeah, the AI won't affect these jobs, but most jobs will be affected. Like jobs where you sit behind a computer, so on and so forth, warehouse and all that, right? Transportation. But eventually, but the ones who jobs that don't affect, how are you going to get paid? You're still going to be under the same system, which is a digital currency, CBDC, whatever, and it's going to be a digital wallet, and it is also going to be a micro SIB. Because in order to get the universal basic income, if you don't work, or to get a payment if you do work, you have to get it through the SIB. And it says, verse 17, it says, "And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Now, go back to that other article. Where it said, in India, it said, back to this article about the stray dogs in India, right? So it says, under the new method, a rice grain size RFID micro C-hip is injected beneath the skin or the upper part of the dog's neck. Each chip carries a unique 15-digit ID number. 15 what? 1 plus 5 is 6. It says number that can be scanned and updated through a mobile application. A private company is carrying out the implant procedure on a trial basis. So far, 15 dogs have been micro C-hipped. 15 dogs. So 1 plus 5 is 6. The other 15, the 15-digit number, 1 plus 5 is 6. And then it says out of the targeted 600 selected for the trial phase. Now, ain't that some coincidence right there? 15-digit number, and they say 15 dogs have it out of the targeted 600 dogs for the trial program on a micro C-hip. In a scripture, it says that man, the number of the man, the number of his or the number of his name. It says, here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast. For it is the number of a man, and his number is 600, 66. And 600, 3 score, which is 60, 3 scores, 320, 3 times 20 is 60, and 6, 666. And that's some funny number play. That's some funny number sequence. Ironically, 1 plus 5 is 6. 15-digit number on the C-hips, identification number, and actual 15 dogs have it. 1 plus 5 is 6. Out of the targeted 600 dogs for the trial program, a micro C-hip, on the mark of the beast, on the MOTB, you call Lord YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. And Lord willing, your brothers, pray for strength to endure to the end and not fall to the pressure and getting this, man, because it's going to get hot. It's going to get tribulous, man. But the Lord said, fear not. Fear not. Hey, some of us might have to go, some of us might be unalive. Some of us might be cast into prison. But all in all, the Lord is still going to deliver his elect through and through in these tribulous times that's coming upon us. Because it's here. Look what they're doing. Look what they talk about. You got the whole wars brewing up. So it's close, man. We at the end. So I just wanted to bring that out so you know with that, Lord willing, this is edifying. I'm going to give all praises to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Kakadash. Double honor to the apostles of Israel, aka the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and love to all the Akim. Continue to preach the truth and all truth and sincerity. Shalom.